watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, Gunna walks free. See what the rapper's plea deal means for others still behind bars in a massive gang indictment.
City leaders headed back to the drawing board as they work to curb violence among kids and teens. But a strict curfew is still on the table. We'll break down what you need to know.
And rain's moving out, but when will sunshine appear and how cold are the temperatures going to get tonight? We'll talk all about it coming up.
This morning, Gunna is out of the Fulton County Jail after spending the last 7 months behind bars accused of street gang activity.
It comes as some other defendants in the same case are expected back in court today. Molly Oak has the latest.
While he did make a plea deal with prosecutors, he says he will not have to testify against the others. Gunna was charged with 1 count of racketeering in the massive indictment. He was accused of dealing in drugs and stolen merchandise, along with other alleged gang members. For context, Young Thug was indicted on 8 counts. Gunna pleaded guilty to that 1 charge, but it was an Alford plea, which means he didn't admit to doing anything wrong, even though he pled guilty to the charge. Now, more motions hearings are set for today for other defendants in the RICO case. Ahead of next month's trial, Young Thug will be in court today.
Molly, thank you. Continuing your 11 minutes of nonstop news with the latest on the search for a gunman accused of killing a Gwinnett County corrections officer.
Yeah, we're getting a look at the latest photo from police. They have released this, hoping to get some answers, and police are releasing this. Take a closer look, saying they hope someone recognizes the suspect by his clothing or by his build. Tributes they continue to pour in for Officer Scott Reiner, who police believe was shot early Tuesday morning on his way into work. They say it's too early to tell whether he was targeted.
This morning, police believe a missing 11-year-old could be in central Georgia or as far away as Texas. They are desperate to get her back home. This is Rakayla Briggs. She left her home on Mallard Drive in Clayton County on Tuesday. Her family says she could be with an unknown man who she has been planning to leave with for some time. If you see her or know anything, please call police.
Georgia's top elections officials want lawmakers to do away with general election runoffs. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger says the legislature should consider reforms when it convenes in January. Georgia is one of 4 states that has runoffs in general elections, but only Georgia and Louisiana use them for all races.
It's back to the drawing board for city leaders who believe a stricter curfew is needed to curb crime among kids and teens. A proposed 7 p.m. curfew, well, that's out. So what's next? 11 Live's Jerry Carnes is here with some answers.
Good morning. Some parents have complained that tightening the city's curfew from 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. would unfairly punish law-abiding teenagers. So City Council member Keisha Waits has modified her proposal. She's now suggesting a curfew for unsupervised teenagers 16 and under that would begin at 8 p.m. on weekdays and slide to 9 p.m. on weekends. There would be exceptions that would include working teenagers and those involved in after-school programs. Keisha Waits says her efforts to tighten Atlanta's curfew is on behalf of 12-year-old Zion Charles and 15-year-old Cameron Jackson, who were shot to death during an outbreak of violence near Atlantic Station in November.
Zion, Cameron, they're depending on us to make sure we do something different. Drastic times call for drastic measures. We cannot continue to allow our young people to be in an environment that's unsafe.
The proposed curfew adjustment will have to pass the city's Public Safety Committee and the full City Council. Aisha.
In another effort to curb violence, Atlanta Public Schools is taking action today with its Stand With Me rally. The district says this is being put on by city leaders and being brought to the community by the students in an effort to end violence. It is set to take place at the intersection of Trinity Avenue and Central Avenue at 6:30 tonight.
This morning, the entertainment world is mourning the loss of Stephen Boss, known as Twitch in the dance world. His unexpected death at 40 years old, his family confirmed he took his own life. For so many, it's hard to believe someone who brought smiles, laughter, and love on the outside could have been hurting so much in the inside. But it's a feeling filmmaker and actor Tyler Perry says he has experience opening up about his own suicide attempts after hearing about Twitch's death.
It was all so hard to just move through that I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is stay in my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best part of my life.
Perry added that he's a living witness that things can get better. He says he's not the only one reflecting on Twitch's passing this morning. Boss joined the Today Show last summer as a guest host of the 4th Hour with Hoda and Jenna. During one of those tapings, Hoda surprised Twitch with a visit from his theater coach, Dr. Tania Stewart. She spoke to NBC News after hearing of Twitch's passing, and she said he danced his way into the hearts of America.
That day was a joy and a chance to say to him how proud I am and how proud we in Montgomery, Alabama are of him.
Coming up this morning on Today, his So You Think You Can Dance judge, Mary Murphy, speaks out on the loss of the father, husband, and friend. If you or someone you know is in crisis, you can call the U.S. Suicide Prevention Hotline. That was just launched this year. That number is 988. You can also call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 800-273-8255.
Well, the last couple of weeks have brought a lot of rain here to North Georgia. We have a 20% chance for rain, and that's really just for the next hour or so. And then the rain chances, they diminish the rest of the day. Temperatures rising into the upper 50s today. That's the warmest we get all week. Notice highs only in the 40s there as we head throughout the weekend, as lows sit in the 30s. And then as we head into next week, we see 9s on the whizometer with highs in the 50s, kind of where we should be for this time of year.